I'm back with another educational beauty video, and this time I'm going to be showing you different makeup hacks for dark under eye circles. So this is quite a popular one. This is a popular question that I have, like, what can I do to get rid of my dark circles under my eyes? I've put together a bunch of hacks that you could use either all together as one full routine, which is what I'm going to show you, or you can take away whatever you want to take away and use it on yourself. I know you're going to love it. It's perfect if you have that whole issue with dark circles, which is just so annoying. Don't forget, I have an online publication called Confessions of a Creative, where you can subscribe either for free, or you can do the paid version, which is only like what it costs you, like a coffee a month, and that's it, and you get loads of perks with that. So I know you're going to love it. And we cover different topics like entrepreneurship, self, culture, beauty, fashion, everything. I think you're going to love it. It's doing pretty well, so I'm excited to see you over there. And don't forget, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. I am over on Instagram too, so it would be great to see you there too. Now let's head straight into this video. As you can see, on this side I have makeup on this side I don't have any makeup on. The only thing I've still got on this side are my brows, bit of concealer on the lid and some mascara, but there's absolutely nothing from my under eye area down. So I wanted to show you what kind of dark circles that I'm dealing with, and I have to say they're not as bad today. So that's a bit annoying, but I did get really great sleep. That's probably why. What I really want to do is show you how you can go from this to this and even better, to be honest. So there are various different hacks that I'm going to be showing you. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to work our way to the end, and you can take out, like, pick whichever hacks out of this whole routine that you want, or you can do all of them and create that really ultra bright under eye look, which I'm going to show you right at the end. First off, it's very important how you prep your under eyes, because you want to make sure it's nice and smooth and there's not kind of any dryness going on. Now, I am pretty dry on my under eyes, not dry enough that you end up seeing the dry skin, but just kind of dry where makeup can sometimes like hold on to the dryness and you can see it in the end. Now, what I'm going to be doing is using something ultra hydrating. This is my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. I like to use this sometimes as my kind of eye cream and kind of eye prep. It's really ultra creamy, and it does kind of like give you that ongoing hydration throughout the day. So I'm going to just apply a small amount and I'm going to smooth that over the under eye area. You don't want to go too close to the tear duct, like too close to the eye. And I usually kind of like pat that in and then let that kind of dry up. It doesn't go super dry. It does stay nice and kind of like not tacky, but just you have some moisture there. But to speed it up, I just basically keep patting and my skin just kind of like soaks it all up. And now it's kind of like this really nice base ready for whatever I want to do next. First, what you can do is use an orange color corrector. Now, this can really help with kind of getting rid of those dark circles to begin with. And this in itself could be something that you need to do that just eliminates that darkness. And then you're done and you can carry on as normal. You don't need to anything else, right? So it really depends on the level of darkness that you have, your skin tone, because that can sometimes make, you know, dark circles look darker. Like on me, this looks pretty dark when I have like not very tan skin. When I haven't got a tan and I have my dark circles, they look worse. But when I've got a tan, they don't look as bad. So that also does make a difference. We're going to be using a color corrector. Now, an orange color corrector on medium to kind of like tan deep skin tone can really help to cancel out the blue. So any kind of darkness that you have or pigmentation that you have, this can really help to cancel it out. If you have slightly paler skin and you are more on the kind of paler side, then I would suggest using something like a peach tone, because this is maybe a little bit too much for you. Or you can just go very light-handed with the amount that you use. Now, this is the Charlotte Tilbury one in tan, number 3, and I like this because it's like very easy to kind of blend. It's very creamy, so it's not too pasty. Now, what I tend to do is warm this up on the tip of my finger, and then I apply it right where I feel like that darkness is kind of like, it really kind of is a bit more obvious, and that is like right in the groove of my eye. Okay, I kind of feel like that's enough. I don't want to apply any more because you can end up going a little bit too much with this orange. So you really want to make sure that you get it right. You use the right amount. Now that I've applied the amount that I want, I'm going to start blending that in with my finger. So I'm going to take my finger and I am going to just pat. Now the trick is you don't want to completely get rid of this. You don't want to blend it so much that you don't see the orange. You still want to see the orange because otherwise it's not going to really work. So what we're doing is kind of just patting this in. Keep it on the area which is dark, but make sure there's no excess product there. So sometimes I switch over to another finger and it just picks up any extra product that shouldn't be there. Okay, I'm happy with how that's blended. I can still see the orange, but it's not kind of like in my face. It's just a little bit more muted now. So what I tend to do is let that settle down for a little bit, right? Now, next, this is something you can do to really kind of help with the color corrector and the kind of next step. So this step is kind of like something that helps this step with the next step. So it doesn't really work on its own, but it is great when you are using a color corrector. So what we're going to be doing now is dusting on a little bit of powder on top of this color corrector. So I'm going to be getting my Makeup Forever Ultra HD setting powder. I've got my light banana shade and my Real Techniques setting brush, dusting a little bit of powder onto this brush, take the excess off, and then I am going to very lightly just go on top of this. Very lightly skim over it, and now we're ready for the next step, which is concealer application. Now, in case you're wondering why I applied powder, I remember using color corrector on some clients a very, very long time ago, years ago. And I remember thinking, like, when I'm applying it, I don't like how creamy it still stays before I apply my concealer. Like, I want that creaminess there in order for me to really kind of let it sink into the skin, because if you get a color corrector which is way too pasty, it can just grab hold of the dryness. Again, prepping the eye properly underneath is very important anyway. But I used to find that sometimes by using a kind of creamy color corrector, which I was really happy with because of the way that it kind of blended in, it wasn't helping my concealer application because I felt like it was kind of mixing into my concealer, and I don't want it to mix in. It's a certain technique of layering, right? So then I thought, right, let me just dust a little bit of powder on top of this to almost kind of like semi-set it so that it's not going to mix into my concealer on my next step. And it works perfectly. So make sure you try that because you're going to love it. Again, you've got to sandwich that powder in between your color corrector and your concealer in order for it to not mix and change the color of your concealer, because that's the issue I was having. My concealer color was changing because it was mixing in with yellow. But what I really wanted was, I just said yellow, I meant orange. My concealer color was changing because it was mixing in with the orange color corrector. So it was changing the color of my concealer. But what I really wanted was for that color corrector to do its job with the blue and neutralize it, and that's it. And then I apply my concealer as normal on top, and it's not interrupted or mixing in with the orange, if you see what I mean. So by applying the powder, you're kind of semi-sealing that color corrector, and then you can continue with your concealer, and you won't have the issue of it changing the color of your concealer. Now that we've got that all prepped and ready, we're going to move on to our concealer application. Now I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape, which is what I usually use. I am going to apply this just on certain areas, which I'm going to show you in a sec. But firstly, I just want to say, I find that when you're using an orange color corrector, you can go a tiny bit lighter with your concealer. I've seen a lot of videos about, oh, use a kind of peachy shade concealer. I personally don't find that works like well when I've tried it. I prefer kind of using my orange color corrector and then sealing it and then using my normal concealer, which is a little bit lighter than my skin tone. I just feel like the brightness really kind of helps to lighten everything up. If you feel that a peachy concealer works for you, great. I personally just don't feel that it looks great because it can still end up, it just looks peachy especially when your undertone is not peach. Do you know what I mean? So I prefer using a slightly lighter concealer, which is kind of within the same tone as your skin, but it is slightly lighter. So what I'm going to be doing is applying this to certain areas, which is kind of where I usually apply it, but I'm not applying too much. I say I'm not applying too much, and then you're probably looking at this, you're like, Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm going to let that kind of set just a little bit before I start blending it in. I don't want it to be super fluid. So we're just going to let that set for a second. Okay, I feel like I've left it there enough. I've left it there for about 30 seconds now. So I'm just going to like start moving in with my sponge. I felt like I said that whole thing really weird. I'm going to start moving in with my sponge. I've just got my sponge and I am now going to press this concealer as I usually do, just on my under eye area, and hopefully you guys will see how it doesn't change color just because we've got that orange color corrector underneath. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Now next up, I am going to go in with my foundation. And this one is my Too Faced Born This Way in Golden. I've got some on the back of my hand. Now I am just going to go over this side of my face. And I'm going to go over the under eye area. Because what this is going to do, it's obviously underpainting, but what it's going to do is it's also going to help to just kind of tie everything together, so it doesn't look so disconnected, and the under eye area just looks like it's kind of flowing into the rest of the face in terms of the color. Next, we've got the powder. We've got a powder puff. Gonna get the sponge or the powder puff, and we're setting this whole area. Grab your Real Techniques brush, nothing on here. Skim over the under eye to just kind of like get rid of the powder. I'm just taking it over the whole face. And it's done. Can you believe like the difference between this and like when we had that dark circle there? Now this is the point I got to on this side. I haven't actually done anything else. So this is like the whole thing. Both sides have been done in the same way. Just wanted to show you before what that looked like without any of that makeup. Now there's a couple of more things that you can do to really help kind of like almost disguise the dark circles. If you feel like you want other things that you can also do, then these are some of the things that you can do. I am going to be using my Beauty Bay Nude 16 color eyeshadow palette. You want a color which is similar to the shade Delicate in here, which is basically a matte kind of brightening powder. So you can use a brightening powder or you can use an eyeshadow. I actually quite like using the eyeshadow because I feel like it kind of is a little bit brighter than a normal brightening powder, because I feel like it obviously has more pigment in there. Now you want to get a brush which is going to work well for the areas that I'm going to be working on. The Fenty 230 brush, which is a blending brush, works really well because it's kind of like flattish on the side. So I'm going to be using that shade Delicate, and I'm pressing the side of the brush into the powder. There are a few areas that you want to apply this, which is going to really help to kind of brighten up that under eye area. We're going to firstly go ahead into this area here, right? Which is kind of just below the under eye area. So it's just there, but on the side of the nose. And we are just going to apply some of this powder just here, and you're kind of going into the inner corner as well. Very small amount. And this really helps to kind of like just almost take your attention away from any darkness that you may have on the under eye. It really brightens up the eye area. So you can see, I can definitely see the difference. So we're gonna go ahead and do this here too. Okay, another area that you can apply this to really help kind of open everything up is just this area here, which you've probably seen me use before, but I've used it, or I've kind of mentioned that this really helps lifting, which it does, but this also helps, as well as lifting, it also helps to kind of like take your attention away from any darkness on the under eye area. See how that's like giving a very subtle lift there, but it also does brighten up the overall kind of area underneath. if you're strategic with where you apply this, you can really disguise that whole kind of darkness on the under eye area, and it really gives you that almost that brightness that you usually see J-Lo with on the around the eye area. Her makeup artist uses a much brighter shade around that area to really kind of brighten up the area. Now I'm going to apply some of this just kind of here, and I just kind of pressed it there, and now I'm just going to smooth it over, and that's just going to kind of like help to finish it all off, so it's not just that underneath area. Now I personally feel like that whole area is a lot brighter now than what it actually was, even this side, because I hadn't actually done that on this side. And I feel like once you've done this, you can carry on with any kind of eye look that you want. Like if you want to apply eyeliner, you can do whatever. I feel like this kind of like completes that whole brightening the under eye area. So there's so many different things that you can do to help it so that your attention just doesn't go just to the darkness on the under eye area. Now, if you feel like, okay, there's too much kind of powder there for the level of kind of dryness in my skin, then there is something you can do to help to kind of like almost give that hydration back to your skin, but still be able to do this. You're going to want a hydrating spray, something that actually doesn't ruin your makeup. Now, I would highly suggest this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Hydrator Mist. It's packed with niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. It kind of gives your, it's got pollution defense here, smoother looking skin. I've used this underneath makeup loads of times and on top of makeup, and it is amazing. So I'd highly recommend this. Link is in my description. Make sure you go grab yours. What you want to do is spray your sponge. You only need a couple of spritzes of this, so you don't need to go like too heavy with it. And then what you're going to do is press. And you can do this after you've done everything. Right? So just press the area lightly. Don't go too heavy with it. And you will just get that instant hydration. And you can do this several times through the day, or just do it once and then you're done with it. But honestly, this really helps to kind of like just make it feel like you've got that hydration back in your skin. You can go a little bit like extra with it if you want to, or you can just keep the spray in your bag and just spray it throughout the day. However you want to do it, it really, really does help even if you have dry skin. I really do hope this has helped. There are a few different hacks in there, you know, that you can use to help to kind of like, well, just to help disguise dark circles. I understand the struggle. I've dealt with it a very long time, and it's taken me quite a while to figure out which kind of techniques work for me. I've given you everything here so that you can go away, either use it all or take away the bits that you feel work for you. I would highly recommend using similar products to what I've used, or if you can, the exact same products. Honestly, these are, I would say, the best products for these kind of hacks. So yeah, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss my future videos. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you soon.